This is a very specific question. How does it affect your dating life, social media and technology?
So social media, so basically what you would go and do is either you'd know the person and text all the time, or you wouldn't know the person and you'd be either like I'm gonna use Snapchat as the prime example. So Snapchat, you'd have your added by mutuals or added by story, and you'll add the person and you just start talking and whatever,
Mhm.
and you'll get to know them via text.
Yeah.
When it gets to real life, and I'm talking from experience, it gets so awkward. You're just like, I've texted this girl for a month or a week, whatever it takes, because depends on who the girl is, how uptight she is on how long it takes to get to know you and these things and to open up. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, so it's just that it's become so awkward. It's like, hey, want to get ice cream? You want to go to watch a movie? You just get so shy. It's like I texted this girl for so damn long, and now I'm with her, and she's pretty or pretty ugly. In the other case,
Jesus, Marco.
sorry, I'm violating. But no, let's just say not your type. Let's say the girl's not your type, or things like that, or she's different in real life.
Fair.
That affects a lot because you can either actually start to love the girl, or you can
Mm.
just hate her. You know, it's just there's a lot of things that social media covers up because let's say you're saying things that you don't mean that could come across as you meaning them. Because I'm like, I always text my friends, I'm like, hey man, fuck you. And then he's like, hey, fuck you too. Is it like for us, we know it's not because like I've known my friends for so long, but like let's say you don't know the person and you're like,
Mm.
hey, fuck you. They're gonna think like he's telling me, hey, fuck you, and they're gonna
Yeah.
think of it in a bad way.
Because text doesn't show tone.
Exactly. So it's different. It's 100% different on text. If I'm in real life talking to someone, it's different because I won't be like, hey, fuck you, man, in a bad way. And they won't notice it, If I start laughing and saying, hey, fuck you, it'll be funny. And then they'll say it back. But if it's like, bad, then they won't. Then they won't
Yeah.
they'll react differently. Or it's actually harder to say things in real life too.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. But do you feel it's because when you guys talk on text, you say a lot about yourself, you get to know each other. But the thing is, you guys aren't really getting to know each other. You're just telling each other information about yourself, basically just like data. And then when you
Mm,
meet each other, you guys said everything there is to say. So there's nothing else to carry the, whether it's a hangout or a date. Like you already know everything about this person. You talked it all in text. The magic is gone. You're not figuring
yeah,
things out. Nothing's a mystery. And the thing is, because you got all this information from text and not from them themselves, you're missing out on a lot of non-verbal stuff.
100%.
Like, okay, maybe this person on paper looks good, which is text, but then you meet them and if you're lucky, they're better than text. It's happened very rarely for me. But then if it's usual, like, oh, it turns out they're nothing like how I imagined based on text. And honestly, I
Yeah.
think like dating got really affected by technology because what do you do when you date a girl and you go through all her social media? You see what she does, you see who she's been with, you try to build a picture in your head about who this person could be instead of just asking that person and interacting with her or him if you're a girl. Like, do you feel that's what's happening? Like, that kind of
Yeah.
takes away the mojo out of a date?
It does, and it takes away from.
Mm.
It became a norm, though. It became a norm,
Yeah,
very big norm. Because
definitely.
I'll go do that the next day. Like if I want to go date a girl, I'll be like, let's go on a date. Like she'll be like, ew, I don't even know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that does happen. That does happen.
But the point of a date, and a lot of people forget this, is to know a person.
Yeah,
It's not like, hey,
indeed.
you want to go out on a date. And it's like, bro, I don't like, oh, I don't know you. It's like, that's the point of a date. Get to know me if you want to. Do you feel it's that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And also, there's something I want to talk about regarding this, which is privacy. when you are talking to a girl, or a guy is talking, or a girl is talking to a guy, what many people keep forgetting is that that's a recording of your conversation. You
Mhm.
know, that stuff you or the other person can show to others, and then that kind of removes all the privacy from a date, rather
Mhm.
than when you have a date, you start talking to each other, and that's just between you guys. There's like that intimacy right there. And I gotta ask, have you ever shown a private conversation to someone else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And then
have.
do you feel like it was fair to the other person?
No,
Yeah. And then the other person could have done the same. So
they
basically,
both.
I think technology has removed a lot of intimacy and exclusivity in a way from what could otherwise be an amazing date.
100%. Yeah.